These were some recent WNBA Rookie of the Year odds. And as you can see, Caitlin Clark is an overwhelming favorite by the numbers there, which is why I always thought any other case was engagement bait. Especially going back to the Clark is the sixth best rookie in the league sort of thing. Until now, where Angel Reese is starting to state a case. She's starting to state a case, Barbie is. Pretty good return on your investment if you were to go with Angel right now. And I still believe that Caitlin Clark is going to be the Rookie of the Year. I still think by the end, her statistics, the responsibility that she has, the defensive attention that she garners, all those things will play in. Not to mention that currently Caitlin Clark is top 15 in the league in scoring, top 5 in assists, all over the list. But for the first time, someone else is now in the conversation. And it happens to be Angel Reese, which is kind of cool when you think about it, because, people like to compare them, obviously, and pit them against one another. And that's not something I like to do or I've tried to do. But it's okay to pit them against each other in that sort of healthy style competition. Because I've said that Angel needs to get better at finishing around the rim. Well, all of a sudden, she's doing so. She's on a nice run where she's starting to put together games where she is shooting the ball much better. The Sky are also struggling like the Fever, but Angel was 5 of 10 and 8 of 10 in the last 2 games, complete with a 20-point and 10 rebound double-double against the Sun. Now, that has to continue for a longer stretch. She has to bring her overall field goal percentage up, considering what position she plays. Nevertheless, it's a big improvement. And then you factor in all the other things Angel Reese does out there on the court. Let's focus on the defense for a second first, because that might not get enough attention. I want to show you this play real quick. Angel is a dog out there. She's a dog. She might be Barbie before the game. She's a dog out on the floor. And you see on this play here where she takes the ball from Bonner. All right, this is on the perimeter. Angel's out there, already got a hand up. Look how she moves laterally. She gets up in there physically, moves quickly laterally to not get beat off the dribble, beats her to the spot. Good defense. Adjusts again, and then gets in there and rips the ball. Just excellent defense from Angel Reese. That is also in combination with what she can do as a rebounder. We've seen those rebounding instincts from Angel Reese. She doesn't stop. She's got a nose for the ball. She goes after it. And if she's finishing, that takes it to a different level. But, look at her hit the glass here. Board, snatch. One dribble, put back up. She went up there and snatched that thing. You cannot question Angel's competitive drive and her competitive spirit. And I did a video previously about her leadership skills. She's really starting to show that with the Chicago Sky. She's taking on a vocal leadership role for the team as a rookie. Kennedy Carter, I think, can use a little tutelage, given she has a penchant for flying off the handle a little bit. And here's Angel Reese getting in her ear, from the bench, saying something. Come here. I got some advice to bestow upon you in the middle of this game here. And that's leadership. That's what that is from Angel. And then there's the statistical accomplishments where Angel Reese is, putting up points and rebounds totals. She also is near the top of some of the statistical categories. She is top 5 in the WNBA in rebounding and top 5 in the WNBA in steals. Rebounding and steals. So I know she made the case, and it was blown up about, it wasn't just Caitlin that people were coming to the league for, and women's basketball for, and even Shaq backed that up, or attempted to back that up on his podcast.
Getting new sponsorship because of Caitlin. No, what about Angel? What about Cardoza? What about my favorite Kelsey Plum?
So he's of course supporting Angel in part, I think, because of LSU. And of course, Angel played a role in this explosion. The thing in the national championship game was a big deal and a big talking point. But we've already seen the metrics and the data. I mean, Angel has a big social media following, and she has a fan base. And they did move that Mystics game to a bigger arena to accommodate the Sky at that time. I mean, she's probably the second most popular player in the sport right now. We just saw the last report from the WNBA, and you look at the ratings numbers for Caitlin Clark games. You look at the attendance numbers for Caitlin Clark games. The Indiana Fever are responsible for a third of the attendance in the entire league. There's no one who's close to Caitlin Clark as a needle mover. I think Clark's game, as I've said before, is dynamic in a way that can't really be compared to anybody else. I think you see the defensive attention that is on Caitlin Clark. Her responsibility offensively outweighs any of the other rookies, along with the defensive attention she's facing. And when you factor that in with what she's actually been able to produce with the contained schedule, with the type of teams that they've played, I think eventually she is going to win the Rookie of the Year. And the odds state that she is going to win the Rookie of the Year. But Angel's the one player who can make it interesting now. If she can continue to finish at the rate she's been finishing the last few games. And she's got enough of a star power to not make it seem, like, to get people behind her, I guess is what I'm saying. And for the first time, if people start mentioning her in the Rookie of the Year debate, it won't feel like engagement bait the same way that it did to me before with the other players. Who, like, I just felt it was kind of silly when you would see some of those lists and the like, mentioning everybody else. I mean, it's a good rookie class. But funny enough, it seems like could come down to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And I guess that's the best thing for the league and the way it should be. But congratulations to Barbie, who seems to have dedicated herself to getting better and becoming a leader, and is out there producing. I mean, you can't deny what she's putting out there on the floor. So while I think by the end of the season it will still be Caitlin Clark, and as of now, it is still Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese is stating a case.